So, fast little video update on some market moving news and maybe what's setting up for tomorrow. This is going into Wednesday morning here. This is Tuesday, first day back. Futures open back up after 6 o'clock. They opened up lower. They're only down 19 now. We've bounced off the lows. Those lows came in, kind of some selling came in because of AstraZeneca. Their COVID-19 vaccine trial has been put on hold following suspected serious adverse event per stat. So that I'm pretty sure I shook the market up here, because that is truly the saving of the economy. When people feel comfortable that they won't get sick, they're going to get a vaccine, or at least that's what's implied. Who knows if that's going to be real, and who knows if the vaccine's even going to work. But right now, that vaccine holds some pull in the market based off of being a bigger positive than a negative. So now that vaccine here failing, and that was one of the leading candidates. They've already started putting in some contracts for the they're already selling it. I bought some on 125th Street the other day. Shit, what am I going to do with it? Picked them up with the Jackie Chan movie. The TRIL up 31% following trial updates, and then investment work is down 19% following earnings and guidance. And that's it here. We do have Lululemon here trading lower also after earnings. Now Moderna also started popping, because you got to think of the other vaccine plays will probably be a little bit more positive on this, but that Moderna popped, I think it came back pretty fast, and that was again following a report that AstraZeneca trial has been put on hold. So that was helping some other ones. I wanted to look at and mention today Merck. Merck is still my dark horse candidate for coming out with the vaccine first. This candle here is not a real good candle, because that's a messed up candle bar right here after hours. So it's kind of messing up the chart. I hate when that happens, because there's no way that I know how to get rid of that. If you know how to get rid of that, please let me know. But the the pullback here, it's nice gradual pullback. Say it was closing the 83. It's holding the 50. Not oversold yet, but they're going to have something. They're going to be in play for that vaccine. So like that Merck a lot. The other one, which is on the watch list for this week, is CCI, Crown Castle. And it held up okay today, considering the market's down, everything's down. This is holding into, we're looking at this channel breakout, started breaking out, the market went to correction, everything had a hard time. But it's held at 200, it's held just Friday's lows. I want to use this Friday candle here really to kind of see if there's any strength that comes into this, and we'll look for a higher Friday high here. It's a 5G play. Apple announcing their phone event for I believe it was September 15th, was it? I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll double check. The Mac event Apple iPad, Apple Silicon Mac event. No, that's not. Special iPhone event September 8th? No. That must have been. I saw someone posted in the room today. A CNBC update story on Apple event. September event will introduce new iPad, Apple Watch, and new iPhone. September 15th. That's it. A digital only event, September 15th. Expected to feature introduction newest iPhones and a bunch of other stuff. Nice bounce back up. We're trading at the highs of the after-hour session. It's a 6 o'clock open here. We started off downside, and now we're back up here. There's an old trend line here we're back to. I would actually think that that might hold here a bit. And just going over the Apple news, Goldman with a sell rating on an $80 target. That is a real, it's a real target there. Wow. A couple of stocks that held up pretty good today and have pretty decent sized positions in this these SPACs, IPOB, which on Friday here really started to take off, looking pretty good. We're almost at the highs. Popped a little higher this morning here, pulled back. It's trading right around $12. And I have those IPOB warrants. And again, this is a SPAC that hasn't announced anything, but when they do, I'm sure all this could pop nice. So looking forward to that one. This one recently did come out with some news. It popped. It's a SPAC that's bringing to market a mobile platform for tournaments. It's like I don't know if it's something like a Zenga, mobile gaming and stuff. The pullback looks about right. And then there's some other ones here. SCVX. Again, any news that comes out on this would pop this also. You're looking at pops at least to $12 usually I see on this. But if they bring something that's exciting, or has a history, or has a brand name or something that's pretty good, you could see this actually catch fire, and this thing could run to $20, $30. You just don't know the situation. You don't know what they're going to bring. A private company bring it public using the SPAC. So these are kind of little lottery tickets, and if you get them, with a good team behind them, which is SCVX, the guys at Flying Eagle Acquisitions, the ones at Associate, whatever that weird name is, that one, IPOB and IPOC. I believe FEAC. Well, we did the FEAC. Let's see. We had a very good positive article come out on AUPH today, and it actually had a nice little bounce, pulled back right at the end of the day here, but most it was nice. And the article was out early. Didn't really gap up on the article, but once it started moving, it kept a good grind all day until finally at the end of the day it just came back a little. Does look good. The article really highlights their next trial that's due to come out with top line results in the fourth quarter of this year, 2020, fourth quarter 2020. So that's approaching fast, and it's a pretty decent product, and you have to look into it. It was in Seeking Alpha. If you're interested, just search it over there. I'm probably going to review that after, maybe with you guys off the mic, not off the mic, but off the recording here. I want to go dig back into that one anyway. But that looks pretty good for the first time in a long time. Someone, bringing that trial up, getting it out there, getting some press out on it, getting people interested in the stock again, which we needed. It's been just dragging its butt. Walmart had a nice pullback to the 20. Is it just a standard touch of the 20 and not back off to the races, or do we have a little further down downside? This is where I like it. 137. We talked about 137 being that pullback. If we go all the way out of here, you can see this stock has been sideways most of the year. Finally getting that breakout now. That first pullback looks good. The announcement of their Walmart Plus. All right, well, we got about a half an hour before the after-hours stock session closes up. Market's bounced up to the trend line. Took a little short here, and it's going to probably be tight on that too. Let's see. Just looking at anything. Nothing really else moving. Tomorrow's another day. Again, the big news, we'll see how much they focus on this AstraZeneca thing. I have a feeling it could be a, that's a kind of, not a black swan type of thing, but it definitely a surprise at this point. And I think, coming after hours, later after hours, it's not getting the full effect of the market. I don't know how much they're going to shove this down your throat tomorrow. And the possibility of all these. And, of course, they're going to come out and say, yeah, all these trials probably have the possibility of failing. The one last thing I'm looking at, again, is the EXEL and their last earnings report. I just read through the whole thing here tonight, and I was just going through it on Seeking Alpha. Really interesting. They actually increased their guidance on revenues. Everything looks really good. I went through the whole thing. It was a big question and answer. It's all on Seeking Alpha. You can look it up. But it looks like some good things. And this looks, the valuation, the way they're making money and squirreling away money, and all these trials they got going on. This is looking really attractive down here, right under $20. There was a kind of a gap here, which we gapped up on one of their phase 3 top line results, and it popped back up from 27, came right back down. I mean, it is down under $20. I like this a lot. I think we actually see this go up this week. It hung in there pretty good, sold off towards the end of the day, but overall, just reading into everything and seeing this way back here off of that, I think this is a perfect pullback. We're seeing a big divergence here from the August lows to these lows right here, September, and a higher low on the stochastics right there. So kind of a divergence back here too, from this low and this higher low and this low and this lower low and this nice move up. So this looks like I like this a lot. I probably will concentrate on this a little bit more going into the rest of this week. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'm going to get this video out just to kind of update you on what's going on. The futures have actually bounced back up right up to break even and pulled back off of this. Tomorrow morning we'll see if this holds underneath that break even, or we end up going in positive territory. I have a feeling that we're still going to start off a little bit negative tomorrow after this, so we'll see. And from that on, I want to get this out and wish everyone a good evening. We'll see you tomorrow morning here at Day Trading Radio.